everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light workers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. If you are watching on my Facebook, make sure you hop on over to my YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe. I have all of my October tarot scopes up now. Thank you guys for your patience on that. And also thank you for your patience. I didn't do an energy report last week. I've just been incredibly busy. I've had a lot going on. So thank you guys so much for your patience. But Mercury Retrograde is coming in hot. We started with this yesterday, and I totally actually forgot about it, and I had a day. I definitely had a day, and was reminded, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wait, it's Mercury Retrograde. Okay, that makes sense. Because for those of you who aren't familiar with this concept, this is a time that can be more challenging. We have some work to do during Mercury retrograde, some internal work very often, or life-changing work to do. This is a period of reflection. And so we can find that there are challenges that pop up. It has a way of showing us the work that we need to do in our life, of showing us where there's still room for improvement in terms of our development, in terms of our own work. And that often shows up in the form of something challenging, right? So that can be difficult. We also can have issues with like technology and stuff. I know, like, I was trying to do online schooling stuff for my kids yesterday, and that was like a nightmare. But we're here, and we're going to make the best of this retrograde, because as much as there are challenges, it is always for a purpose. I was saying that in my post earlier. It's always for a purpose, and it helps us to understand ourselves better. It gives us a chance to slow down a little bit. There's not going to be a lot happening during retrograde. You're not going to want to start a whole lot of new stuff or anything really new unless you're feeling really called to during this period. It's a 3-week period. You're going to want to take a little bit of time and a little bit of space to reflect, to process, to explore different concepts, different ideas, to get to know yourself better, to let yourself get to know yourself better. And I feel like specifically as I take a look at this retrograde and falling very, very closely to this, or with this new moon that we have coming up, there's just such a time this week and through this retrograde of us taking inventory on our life, us really going through and asking ourselves some questions about where we're at and where we want to be. And I do recommend that you actually go through, and I recommend that you write this, but you actually go through, hi Colleen, and that you go through like different areas of your life and ask yourself, like, where what areas of my life do I love? What things am I thankful for? Because we always want to make sure that we're in our gratitude as well. Our gratitude will really help to carry us through some of these more challenging times like Mercury retrograde. But so where am I thankful, and what do I love about my life? But also, like, what areas of my life need improvement in order for me to create a life that I'm excited about. This time period right now is all about creating a life that you're excited about. Hi, Erin. So we want to be creating a life that we're excited about. In fact, so many people will say, well, that's not realistic. That's not possible. Or that seems too hard. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. Will we have ups and downs in life? Will we have challenges? Are we always working on ourselves? Are we always growing? Absolutely. We're always a work in progress, right? You're never going to fully be there. You're never going to have all of the things that you want, because even when you get there, you want new things. You want to continue to expand and grow. Our desires always continue to expand. So yes, there's that. But I do think that it's very, very possible to set some intentions, set some powerful intentions for yourself, and then allow yourself to be inspired to take actions on a life that you're excited about. So go through these different areas of your life, and maybe even break that down into categories, like where, are changes required in regard to my work, or what do I love about my work? I love my work. I'm excited to come to work every day, but it's because I took inventory and I made some changes. And take some time to reflect. You don't have to like jump into like big changes during retrograde, right? Like you can take some time to reflect, but you also may find yourself clearing some things out, making some changes, making adjustments in your life throughout this period of time. Where am I at with my health? How do I feel about that? Where do I want to improve upon that? Where am I at in my relationships in my life? Where am I at just like with myself or with my self-love or my perceptions or my mindset or my happiness, joy, peace? Like, how do I want to feel and how do I feel most days? And how do I help to get myself there? What is it that I'm needing to get myself there? Where do I want my family to be? I mean, there's so many different areas that we can break this down to. And I don't think that like the answers are going to come immediately in some cases. I think these are things to reflect upon, to take your time, but then begin to like set intentions, break that down into categories and write about this life that you're excited about. What does that look like? And begin to set those intentions. This is the perfect time for you to do that with this new moon and with this period of reflection. They're coming together for a reason. And we really, as a planet, are working toward us all as human beings being able to have, if we choose it, if we choose to like be in that timeline, if we choose to be in that space, a life that we're excited about. So take that inventory, take a look at that and explore that and decide where you want to go and where there needs to be a little bit of tweaking and what maybe you feel called to add in or what do you need to release? What do you need to clear out? I see a lot of release with these cards, so we're going to talk about that. So the first card that we have, speaking of the cards, is the Five of Water. The Five of Water for me it's about a disappointment, right? It's about feeling disappointed about something. Maybe something didn't work out the way that you had wanted it to. But how many times in your life have things not worked out the way that you wanted it to, only to see God step in and give you something even better? And so understanding that while you may be feeling disappointed right now with things, there is so much magic at work. There's so much magic happening. And don't get so stuck on things not working out the way that you wanted it to, because you will stay there in the energy and you will not create an opening. You will not create space for more magical things to come into your life. And this is also about like really choosing to see the gift even in the disappointment, even in the challenge. And sometimes like we're just not there yet, and that's okay. But where is there a gift, or where is there a lesson that we can connect with? Where is there an opportunity for growth here that can help to shift our mindset into like being able to feel less disappointed and more open and hopeful for what is coming in next for us? The next card that we have is the Renewal card. Okay, so the Renewal card is very much this energy of taking inventory on your life. This is about reviewing and evaluating. This is about really taking a look at like, what do I have going on? Where do I want to be? All of this stuff that we talked about. And you may find, a lot of us I think will find, that in some areas of our life, it's time to move in a new direction, or we're considering that it's time to move in a new direction. So let yourself, again, reflect on this and explore on this. And when you feel like it's the right timing, you take action on it. You move forward with it in some way. The next card that we have here is the Three of Earth. And this for me is about creativity. Right? This is a time to like, when you're looking for solutions to what you want or where you want to go, and you get stuck with, but I don't know how to make that happen. Number one, we need to like surrender some of that. I've been working with a lot of people on like, how do we hand this up? In my Life Coaching with the Angels course that's going on right now, we are really focusing on working with the angels and inviting them in to help us, because what's so cool is when you do that, it's like handing a to-do list to the angels, except for you don't get to just to say what the to-do list is. You can maybe decide what the topic is or what the focus is, but you don't get to tell them what the to-do list looks like. But you can hand that and you can say, please take care of this in the way that's for my highest and best good. And I'm going to just trust that you're going to do that, and, step out of the way and not have these ideas of how this has to happen. So we have to release the how. And we also have to allow ourselves to be creatively inspired in terms of what is it that we're, like, what is the solution here? Or what is it that I'm supposed to do next? Allowing creative ideas to come in. So you're thinking outside the box so that you're not getting stuck in the logical aspect of it where you're allowing yourself to get shut down or allowing fear to shut you down. Let yourself be creative. Let yourself explore different strategies, different ideas than maybe how you have expected it to go, or how you maybe have always done things in the past. Do things differently. Be creative. Let yourself explore different ideas. And we can invite that in. If you're not feeling particularly creative, ask the angels to help you to be more creative, to help you to have creative ideas. Show me creative ideas for how I can best navigate this issue that's showing up for me. The next card that we have here is the Six of Water. Okay, the Six of Water is such a retrograde card because it's all about going back to the past, taking a look at the past, and reflecting on that. But what you want to make sure that you're not doing is romanticizing the past. Where are you rewriting history in a way that maybe gives people more grace than they deserve, or creates a scenario where things look a hell of a lot better now than they actually were? Remember what the real experience was, because there's a lot of, during retrograde, there's a lot of like possibilities of like reconnecting with people from your past and things like that. And sometimes that's a good thing, right? Like sometimes they're meant to come back. And then sometimes that's really a challenge, and that's not something that we want to allow in our life. And so we can take a look at that and we can go, is this something that is in alignment with where I want to go, or does the past need to stay in the past? So taking a look at that. The next card that we have here is the Three of Fire. The Three of Fire is about abundance, right? The Three of Fire is about, like, even if things look really crazy, overall as a collective, we're on the right path. So be kind, be loving, be the light, but you're on the right path. Keep following your intuition. Let it guide you. Let it show you. And if you are following your best path, if you are listening to your intuition, the reward will come. And you can live an abundant life. You can just follow this flow of what it is that you're being shown. And this is exactly what's going to take you into a life that you're excited about. The next card that we have here is the Life Experience card. Okay, this is about big shifts, big changes coming in. And so sometimes this is like the universe stepping in and making a powerful change for you. Sometimes this is about like, nope, I've like reached the end and I just like cannot participate in this particular dynamic situation, whatever, anymore. Sometimes this is like deciding to make a pretty powerful change for yourself. So understand that change is coming, and change can be hard. We have to adjust. We have emotions that we have to deal with. We have grief that we have to deal with. But understand that the changes that are happening for you now, whether it's your choice, whether it is something that is chosen for you, is absolutely in alignment with your life path and where you're needing to go. So trust it, allow it, and let yourself flow with it as best you can through this time period. And take a little bit of extra care of yourself. When we're in retrograde, we need more rest. We need just to be able to slow down a little bit and take extra good care of ourselves. Self-care is so important always, but especially during this time period. So make sure that you're doing that. And then last card that we have here is the Emperor card. This is about stepping up in a leadership role, or creating a little bit more structure to things, right? So maybe like you're taking inventory on your life and you're exploring what it is that you want. And then you might invite in the vision of like, okay, like what are the steps that I need to take? How do I begin to move forward with things? And I would, if I were you, just write those ideas down that come to mind and wait until we're done with retrograde to really take a lot of action on this. But write it down now. Keep a notebook. I always say, like, encourage people to have a magic book where they're writing down things that feel like intuition, writing down things that feel like signs and synchronicities. And that would be a really great place to put any of these ideas that are coming in for you. Okay. I also feel like with this Emperor card, I do want to say, like, this is such a perfect time for you to keep working on deepening your spiritual connection. And when we slow down it's a great time anyway for us to do that. And I find that Mercury retrograde is so much easier to navigate when you are doing it step by step with your higher power, when you are trusting in your higher power, when you are surrendering, when you are releasing control and just allowing what needs to be, and allowing yourself to flow with all of it, and to trust that there is something that is so much greater than you, that is always taking care of you, always looking out for you, and is putting you on your divine life path. So those are your messages for today. I always love to hear from you guys. I'm sorry, I was like in such a flow. I totally ignored your comments. I apologize for that, but make sure you say hi whether you're watching live or on the replay. And yeah, let me know what you think. Like this video if you like this video as well. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.